The world of the bold and the beautiful is no stranger to shocking exits, unexpected disappearances, and character departures that send shockwaves through the fandom. But the latest developments surrounding Jacqueline MacInnes Wood and her iconic portrayal of Steffy Forrester have fans asking an even darker question. Could Steffy's time on the show be coming to a fatal end? As confirmed by multiple reliable spoilers and press updates, Jacqueline MacInnes Wood will be taking an extended hiatus from the series. The reason? Postpartum health challenges following the recent birth of her child. While the actress has been transparent and gracious in her public statements, thanking fans for their support and expressing love for the role that helped define her career, the fact remains she will be off-screen for a considerable amount of time. And in soap operas, a long absence is never just an absence. It's an opportunity. It's a plot trigger. And in this case, it might be a fatal setup. Enter Luna Nozawa. Luna's arc has gone from complicated to criminal in record time. Once introduced as a mysterious, slightly troubled, but sympathetic young woman, she has quickly evolved into one of the most chaotic forces on the canvas. Her manipulations have reached disturbing levels, faking her death, framing Poppy for murder, seducing Will Spencer Jr. under false pretenses, and now waving a positive pregnancy test like a trophy. She's out of control. And worse, she's delusional enough to believe she's justified. But what fans are beginning to notice is the unnerving pattern emerging in Luna's targets. She's systematically dismantling the lives of the people around her, particularly the ones connected to the Spencer family and the Forrester legacy. And that makes Steffy Forrester a natural next mark. Steffy, the co-CEO of Forrester Creations, has always been fiercely protective of her family, especially when it comes to threats from within. She's not the type to sit silently while someone like Luna weaves chaos through the Spencers, the Finnegans, and the Forresters. In fact, Steffy has already shown clear signs of distrust toward Luna in recent episodes. She's been asking questions, keeping tabs, and digging deeper into Luna's inconsistencies. If she gets too close to the truth, she becomes a liability. And for someone as unhinged and desperate as Luna, liabilities are expendable. That brings us to the question no one wants to ask out loud, but everyone's whispering behind closed doors. Will Luna kill Steffy? It wouldn't be out of character for this version of Luna. The writing has been steering her toward complete narrative combustion. She's been violent. She's committed fraud. She's manipulated family ties and torched every bridge of goodwill. At this point, her arc seems less about redemption and more about total implosion. And in soap terms, that means one thing: blood is coming. Now couple this with Jacqueline MacInnes Wood's planned long-term break from filming. While temporary absences can easily be explained away, a open business trip, spiritual retreat, a sudden overseas emergence, current storyline's tone doesn't seem to be setting up for something so mundane. Quite the opposite. Tensions are escalating. Emotions are boiling over. Characters are reaching breaking points. And Luna's desperation is metastasizing into something feral. If she feels cornered as Steffy confronts her with evidence or threatens to expose her, there's a very real possibility Luna will strike back. And when Luna strikes, she doesn't go halfway. If the writers are indeed planning a high-stakes climax to Steffy's arcony that aligns with Jacqueline's time away from the show, they might just use this opportunity to stage a murder mystery. A whodunit that sends shockwaves across the entire cast. The Forrester family losing Steffy would be catastrophic. Ridge, already shaken by years of familial instability, would unravel. Thomas would slip back into darkness. Finn would be torn between grief and the horrifying reality that his own cousin Luna might be responsible for his wife's death. And Hope, still emotionally tethered to Liam and his past with Steffy, would spiral into guilt, confusion, and possibly rekindle a sense of obligation toward the Spencer family. The potential fallout is enormous, and the bold and the beautiful thrives on that kind of chaos. Then there's Bill Spencer, another wild card. If Luna is revealed to be Steffy's killer, even just the prime suspect, Bill's world collapses. His son Will is already entangled in a sick web of deception with Luna at the center. His ex-lover Poppy has been dragged into legal and emotional hell because of Luna's lies. And now, if Luna is involved in Steffy's disappearance or death, Bill will have no choice but to destroy her. And he won't hesitate. Let's not forget Lee Finnegan. The once composed doctor has already tried to strangle Luna after learning about her betrayal. If Steffy ends up hurt her where Sally could become unhinged. After all, Steffy is the wife of her son, the mother of her grandchildren. Lee may have made mistakes with Luna, but she still draws a clear line between right and wrong. Luna crossed it long ago. And if she kills Steffy, Lee may very well become judge, jury, and executioner. It's important to understand that Jacqueline MacInnes Wood is not being written off the show permanently, at least, not according to any official statements. But in soap opera tradition, extended leave often leads to storylines that are bigger, darker, and more impactful than anyone expects. What better way to create 6 months of dramatic material than by staging the murder of a central character only to reveal 6 months later that she's alive, hiding, or plotting her return? A faked death, a wrongful conviction, a vengeful comeback. These are classic soap tropes, and with Luna spiraling out of control, the door is wide open for a massive twist. But what if this time there's no twist? What if Steffy actually dies? It would be one of the most shocking moves in modern B&B history. Not just because she's a legacy character, but because of what her loss would symbolize. The end of the Forrester Spencer piece. The unraveling of the next generation. A reset of the entire power structure within the show. In many ways, Luna's rise as a villain has been slow and strategic. The writers didn't rush it. They let the manipulation build, the lies stack, the consequences escalate. If this arc is meant to solidify Luna as the next great antagonist, then taking down Steffy Forrester physically or symbolically is the ultimate proof of her power. And if Jacqueline MacInnes Wood needs time away to rest and recover, then the writers have the perfect chance to go nuclear with the story while giving the actress the space she needs. So, will Luna kill Steffy? It's not confirmed. But all signs point toward a dangerous confrontation. And if it happens, it won't be a clean exit. It will be messy. It will be controversial. It will be unforgettable. The kind of moment The Bold and the Beautiful builds entire seasons around. Until then, fans are watching closely. Every scene with Steffy and Luna. Every cryptic line. Every rising note of background music. Because in this show, death is never random. It's earned. And if Luna's madness is leading to murder, Steffy may be the one to pay the ultimate price. And the question that comes next isn't who killed Steffy. It's who will survive what comes next. The Bold and the Beautiful has never been short on explosive storylines, but the current arc is pushing the show into unprecedented territory. Whispers have become shouts, and rumors have turned into all-consuming chaos as the central question of the moment consumes every character, every faction, every legacy. Did Luna Nozawa kill Steffy Forrester? It started with a leak-on small, distorted audio clip that spread like wildfire through private group chats, tabloid media, and even the back offices of Forrester Creations. A warbled file, scratchy and low infidelity, but unmistakably tense. Two female voices, one screaming, one crying. The sounds of a struggle. Then the sickening echo of gravel and rocks sliding near what could only be a cliff's edge. Then silence. No confirmation, no faces, just fear. And in that vacuum, speculation became weaponized. Immediately, Rich Forrester unraveled. Losing Steffy was never an option. His daughter was the living embodiment of everything he had fought for. Her strength, her stubborn fire, her loyalty to the family business was the heart of Forrester Creations, and now she was gone. Rich poured resources into a private search, demanding answers, tearing through timelines, confronting anyone who might have been in Steffy's orbit. But there was one name that kept surfacing, again and again, Luna Nozawa. Finn, Steffy's husband, tried to stay grounded. For days, he clung to hope. But the moment he heard the idea heard what could be Steffy's voice breaking through distortion and panic, his grief transformed into fury. He stopped sleeping. He stopped thinking clearly. He only wanted answers. He wanted Luna found. And if she was responsible, he wanted her held accountable. No more benefit of the doubt. No more she's just a confused girl. The time for empathy was over. Bill Spencer took a different approach on Forged in Money and Vengeance. Within hours of the clip going public, he posted a $10 million reward for anyone who could bring him verifiable evidence of what happened to Steffy. He didn't name Luna, but he didn't have to. Everyone already knew she was the focus. She had motive. She had a pattern. And she had disappeared. But then came the twist no one saw coming. In the middle of this media firestorm and mounting paranoia, Poppy Nozawa Luna's mother broke her silence. Hounded by journalists and haunted by her own guilt, Poppy finally admitted something she had buried for decades, a warning she received in secret years ago. A voice message. Untraceable. Emotionless. It said only this: take your family away from the Forresters, or you'll pay the price. She never told Luna. She never told anyone. She assumed it was a hoax, a cruel prank from someone inside the fashion world who didn't want outsiders meddling with the core family. But now, with Steffy missing and Luna demonized, the pieces began clicking into place. This wasn't just another Forrester scandal. This was engineered. Luna wasn't a monster, she was a pawn. And Poppy had ignored the first move. The confession hit the press like a bomb. Conspiracy theories flooded forums. Was the threat real? Was someone orchestrating events to destroy the Forrester family from the inside? Were the Spencers, the Logans, and the Forresters being played against each other? Suddenly, the hunt for Luna mutated into something darker. A witch hunt. Reporters stalked her old apartments. Hired investigators broke into clinics she once visited. Online mobs flooded message boards with calls for her arrest. No one could find her, but everyone was sure she was guilty. Luna pushed Steffy. Luna wanted revenge. Luna snapped. There was no trial. Just a sentence written in pixels and shouted from studio lights. And then silence broke again. In the middle of the frenzy, a signal emerged, just a blip from a highly encrypted, anonymous social account buried deep in the dark corners of the web. No metadata. No traceable location. Just a post. A single sentence. Short. Chilling. Don't spill blood for me. That was it. But it was enough. The sentence echoed across every office, every studio, every home involved in the conflict. It was Steffy. No one else could have sent it. The phrasing, the tone, the defiance and self-sacrifice packed into 5 words. Steffy Forrester was alive. Somewhere. Watching. Waiting. And she didn't want vengeance carried out in her name. Everything changed. Rich dropped his warpath overnight and shifted focus to digital tracking. Bill pulled back his reward money but not his interest. And Finn, torn between guilt and relief, began to question whether he had become just another puppet in someone else's twisted plan. Because now the story was no longer about Steffy versus Luna. It was about who stood to gain by pitting them against each other. The final moments of the mid-season episode came fast and sharp. Behind closed doors, an anonymous figure watched a digital monitor displaying media coverage. Ridge yelling, Brooke crying, Thomas raging, Bill plotting, Finn collapsing under grief, the Logan Spencer's triangle crumbling under pressure. The figure smiled. Another monitor showed the Luna footage, her escape routes, her movements, her increasingly erratic behavior caught on shaky security cams. It was all mapped out, not to help her but to control the narrative, to put her in the right place at the right time. Every thread led back here. And then came the line that will haunt viewers until the next half of the season returns. Let them destroy each other. The girl was just insurance. Fade to black. The implications were seismic. Luna Nozawa, the woman painted as a villain, was merely a tool in a larger game. Someone else, I mean powerful, was manipulating the events from a safe distance. Not just to hurt Steffy. Not just to ruin the Forresters. But to tear down the entire legacy Empire Forrester, Logan, Spencer be making them fight each other until nothing remained but ash. It's not just drama anymore. It's war. And in the smoke and mirrors, everyone has blood on their hands except the one who planned it all.